Hi guys. So I just want to say thanks for all the new subscribers and all the old ones that have been sticking with me here. A lot of times I'm not here and busy working, but I do try to make a video as much as I can anyway. But another thing too I want to say lots like I have a hard time talking sometimes, pronouncing some words because I can't feel this part of my lip. I had a bad accident, smashed up my face when I was young, so pretty much like a constant fat lip here. So it is what it is. I try to talk as good as I can, but it's pretty hard sometimes. But I'm a pretty busy guy. I got a full-time job, so I try to do what I can in here. Try to never ask for money or anything like that. I just try to do this stuff on my own and get the information out and help as many people as I can anyway. This is second part to the video here right away. It's gonna be lithium ion now, and there's quite a bit different results with this type of chemistry on the output with the cap dump. So hopefully you guys will watch that and check it out. And the motors right there waiting to go. So always got something going on. I try to do it as much as I can even though I'm working. Hope you enjoy. Hey, here we go. Got that battery on there now. I'm gonna pull 250 milliamps out of it for an hour. That's going. Leave that run and I'll be back. Okay, this is about to turn off. It's off now. The cutoff voltage was 15 volts even, looks like. Down here. Start 16.2. 250 milliamp hours, 3.8 watt hours. So that was after full charge last night and let it sit overnight. It's been sitting like probably 15 hours, maybe more. I got it hooked up here. Here's the resting voltage of this battery. 15.66. These ones have been resting too. Fully charged. So all I have to do is hook up the dump circuit to the positive right here and turn it on. It's hooked up and running. Once it gets the caps filled up a little higher, it should speed up a bit. It's not quite 21 hertz yet, but looks like it's speeding up. Haven't touched any of these settings. It's still the same from the lead acid battery. The base voltage is a little higher though because, down here because it's charging at a higher voltage on the output. Oh, well that's going to affect the RPMs too actually. Because the higher the voltage is on the output, the slower the motor will go. That's just how this thing works. But it's pretty close to the same. There we go, we're 2 hours in. I'm going to shut it down. About 80 milliamps on this one. 90 milliamp hours on that one. Total use so far. 2 hours and 15 minutes about. Everything's about the same. So take it out and gonna do the discharge now. Okay, this one's all ready to go again here. Just have to hit start. It's gonna cut off at 15 volts. Pulling 250 milliamps of draw out of it. Start. 15 volts is the cutoff it did the first time I discharged it, so I should be able to figure out the amp hours like that out of it and go from there. There we are, guys. Discharge is all finished. I pulled cutoff volt 15 volts. Beginning was 16.14. Capacity 118 milliamp hours. 1.804 watt hours. So that's done, and it's ready to go back onto the motor without the cap dump. So we'll do that now. I almost got ahead of myself here. Almost skipped this step. So I have to recharge it, and then I'll discharge an amp out of it after it's fully charged. Sorry about all the noise in here. I got my Beast battery charger going in here. Just topping up my big golf cart batteries here. Making sure they're in good shape always. Always got something going on in the background here, and it's run off grid, so there's always an inverter clicking on or something. Charge controller. But there it's going. Sorry about all the noise. Okay, so it's all charged up here again to the top. 16.8. Here's the parameters there on the right hand side. The graph. So I'm going to let it rest for a bit and I'll be back to discharge it. So guys, it's all done again. Let's do a quick recap here of the. So 14.79. That's what it ended up getting cut off at that one. Pulled 250 milliamps out of it. Amp hours. 3.787 watt hours. So I'll have to discharge it next time to 14.79 after I charge it for 2 hours on the motor. We'll go from there. Get it hooked up right now. Okay, all hooked up. This battery voltage right there. Here's the starts 0 and 0. Here's the fan. Hook it up quickly and I'll be right back. There we go. It's picking up speed and run time. 2 hours from now. Everything's still the same. I haven't touched any of the driver controls. Just got rid of the dump circuit. The battery's hooked direct here. This gauge is the output. That one's bypassed. These are the inputs. There's the scope. Back here with this now, it's the same as what it was on the last one, but take note that the milliamp draw is a little bit less, and the reason for that is because the voltage is lower. And the overall in the charging, like these caps don't have a couple volts above the battery voltage, so in turn it makes the motor go a little faster and use a little less energy. That's how this thing works. That's why at 12 volts or 13 or 14, it's the motor's going a little faster and it uses a little less power. Here's the scope again. About to shut this down and do the test right now. I'll do that. It's off. So that's the. Screwed that up. I hit the button. That's the final. Before I go and discharge this here. Discharge that right now and then I'll be back. Okay, I've just came right over here, hooked it up, and about to do the discharge. All I need to do is hit the start button. It's gonna have to discharge down to 14.79 volts. You can see down here at the bottom. That's what I discharged it the first time from right full when I pulled this 250 milliamp hours out. And then at 3.787 watt hours. So now we'll see what we get out of it after charging it for 2 hours on the motor without a cap dump. So just have to wait till it turns off now and check the results. Okay guys, it's all done now. This is more what I was expecting. This is more of what I was used to when using the LiPo batteries. So I got more out without the cap dump. With the cap dump I got 1.8 watt hours. And without I got 2.224 watt hours out. 147 milliamp hours. So a lot of that might be just, the lead acid has a lot of variables that go with it, sulfation and stuff like that, and they're not very efficient. I kept everything the same though, like as the temperature's been always between 24 and 23 Celsius in here. It's always like that. So here's the temperature right there, and it's always that temperature in here. It goes from 24 to 23. That's it. So I'll be back with the results. Hey guys, here's the results I got. So I'll just go over it. So at first I charged it 250 milliamps to 16.8 volts. Cutoff voltage. Cutoff current was 0.16 milliamps. Discharged it after that to pull the 250 milliamp hours out of it. So I pulled 250 milliamps for 1 hour and it went down to 15 volts. And then I put it up back on the motor for 2 hours with the cap dump. And then after that I discharged it with 250 milliamps to 15 volts. And that's where it was when I discharged it the first time. And that equaled 118 milliamp hours of capacity and 1.8 watt hours. That's what the motor put into it with the cap dump. So then after that, I recharged the battery with 250 milliamps to 16.8 volts. Same cutoff, 160 milliamp hours, or milliamps, I mean. Discharge it to 250 with 250 milliamp hours. And that equaled 14.79 milliamps, so it should be not amp hours. And then it was back on the motor for 2 hours without cap dump. And I discharged it with 250 milliamps to 1479 volts, which equaled 147 milliamp hours or 2.2 watt hours. So I got like half a watt hour more without the cap dump, which shows the efficiency of these batteries. The lead acid has a completely different chemistry and acts completely different with the cap dump. So, I don't know, it is what it is when it comes to those chemistries. And I'm pretty sure the lipos can act just like these lithium ion. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.